Hello, welcome once again to another review with Bearable King, and this is our 24th week. Wow, we've been on this for 6 months. How have you been? I hope you've been great and you have been well. All right, okay, so fantastic. As usual, we're going to start with a Bible verse, right? And I really want to talk about this because I'm speaking about faith. I'm speaking about faith, and I want to put something in your mind, right? So I'm taking my first reading from Second Kings um, chapter 7, verse 1 and 2. And um, this was the story about when there was famine in the land of Israel, and Elisha went to the king and said, "Hear the word of the Lord. This is what the Lord said or says. About this time tomorrow, a share of the finest flour will be sold for a shekel, and 2 shares of barley will be sold for a shekel at the gate of Samaria." The officer on whose arm the king was leaning said to the man of God, "Look, even if the Lord should open the floodgates of heaven, could this happen?" Elisha answered and said, "You will see with your eyes, but you will not eat any of this." Now, let me just break it down. So there was famine in the land, and or there was drought. The enemies were surrounding the children of God, and there was nothing to eat. But God came with a word and said, "Okay, picture this. By this time tomorrow, things would be available that it would be very cheap." Now, the officer that the king was leaning on, can't will tell you something. For the king to lean on the person means that the person must have been the king's trusted advisor, meaning that the person saw things, knew the record, and understood how things were bad. And the person is like, "See, even if God should open heaven, right? Can this thing happen?" And because of his doubt, a word was given to him that he will see it, but he will not partake of it. Now, if you read this story down, I had to cut it out because it's a long reading. There were some lepers at the gates. They went into the camp of the enemy. The enemy thought that multitudes were coming to attack them. What happened? They fled. So all their spoils, all their horses, their donkeys, the food they reserved were just left for nobody, right? Now, see what now happens next after the lepers went there, right? So the news got back to town that, see, there's surplus at the gate. The king now told this his trusted advisor to go and be in charge of the gate, right? And when the guy went to the gate, guess what happened? He saw them bringing the goods to the town, but as they were bringing it, because the gatekeeper had to go and meet the lepers to bring in the spoils from the camp of the enemy, and as they were bringing it, the people from the city ran through the gate and they trampled upon him, and he died, just as the man of God foretold when he was with the king. Now, why is this important? This is very important because a lot of us are not limited by God's will, God's desire, God's power, but our mind, right? Our mindset, what we believe in, what we see, what we know, right? Let me bring it down to trading, which is why we're here. A lot of us have seen some people post, "Oh, I made $100,000 in a day," and most of us are like, "How?" I know, even if God should come down from heaven, it's not possible for you to make $100,000 in a day. Now, I'm going to tell you this: you need to reorient or change your mind. You need to start believing, even though it may be a lie or it may be fake. The fact that you can imagine that it's possible to make $100,000 means that it is actually possible one way or the other. Okay, so a lot of people have these ceilings such that they can't make more than $500, such that they can't make more than $10,000. Why? Because they have limited themselves in their mind. Now, I'm speaking to you today. If you are in that group, if you are in that class, you need to change your mind. You need to reorient yourself. You need to change your thinking and open your eyes to the reality that anything is possible. Let me tell you, there are two forms of creation, right? The first form of creation is when it happens in the mind. Think about it. Everything around us, our houses, the chairs we sit down on, our air conditioner, our TV, our telephones, this laptop, this method or mode I'm using to communicate with you was first thought about by someone in their mind before it came to reality. Now, what happens to a lot of us is we have the creation in our mind, but we use our negative thinking and our negative thoughts to do what? Kill that creation so it does not go beyond our mind. Okay? So sit down, think about yourself, think about the limitations you have in trading. Oh, I can't, this trading, I'm just using it as a side hustle. I can't really make money, I can't really make wealth from it. I can't make money that will change my life. You need to change your perspective when it comes to these things. Okay? All right, so let's go into the chart quickly without wasting too much time. I'm right here on the 4-hour time frame, and the reason why I'm here is because what we said last week is still what we're expecting this week. Now, I'm going to say this for free. If you're not on our Telegram group, you are missing out. And when I mean that you are missing out, you are shooting yourself in the leg. You need to join the Telegram group. The Telegram channel will be in the description below. So make sure that you join the Telegram channel, be active, participate live, learn a few things, get better at trading, and soon enough you would experience the reality you want in terms of the goals and the achievements you want to see in trading the financial market. So last week, or since April, we've been discussing about the bullish move, right? And we had this first move, we had a pullback, and after this pullback we had a breakout, right? Now, the reason why I'm marking this is because right here we had an order block here that has not been mitigated, so I've marked it as an unmitigated zone. Now, what does this simply mean? It simply means that the market may still come and tap this area before going up. Okay, but this is the current move. The market had a pullback and a breakout, and after that breakout, since May 15th, the market has been giving choppy moves on the higher time frame. Now, last week the market was somewhere around here, yeah, Friday last week. So I said that I was expecting a channel, right? And that from the channel, I'm expecting that the market will break down. But see what happened. I was expecting the market to break this low here, right? So what happened was the market didn't break this low. Instead, the market kept tapping into the other blocks on this choppy move. And then on Monday, what happened? The market pushed and created a higher high above this level, which is the reason why my current protected low is somewhere around here. And throughout the week, because it was a new month, right? It was a new month, the month of June. You can see that the market moved choppily, and due to CPI, the market has dropped into this order block zone. All right. So from here, two things can happen, right? This week. One, we may see the market break below this level, right? If the market breaks below this level, we expect a pullback, maybe a corrective pullback, and then the market may come to this level next week or this week that we're getting into. Now, remember what I said at the beginning, that in as much as we're expecting the market to come to this area, the market may still drop into this unmitigated area before the bullish move, right? Aside from this, we could also see the market do something like this, because you see this choppy move, it is speaking, there is a struggle between the buyers and the sellers, right? So it is possible that we may have a situation where we would have an equal low, right? And if we have an equal low, we can expect an equal high. Okay, okay, so we may have an equal high, then the market may range next week, and maybe after doing a few choppy moves within this zone, right, within this zone, The market may then break down, pull back, and then give the drop either to this point or this point, and then do what? Move upwards. So this is my preferred speculation. Let me remove this so that it will be a bit clear, right? You can see it did a choppy move up. It could give us equal low here to here, then give us an equal high, equal low, maybe lower high, then break out of this range before doing what? Giving us the bearish move, right? This could happen, or I'm giving the first scenario saying that the market may just break below and then push down, or the market may range before pushing down, or the market may do what? Bounce off this other block zone here, this zone right here, right? This is an area of interest here. So from this area, we may see the market do what? Bounce up and possibly create a higher high. But the idea there is the market is at an area of interest at the moment. We would like to see the candlestick pattern on a day-by-day basis to know what the market is doing for that day. But I'm personally rooting for the bearish move in the market to pull back to an area of interest, right? I've said it before, the way I trade is very simple. I want to identify if it's an uptrend, and if it's an uptrend, I want to buy when the price is low. So we already have an uptrend here because we have a low, a high, higher low, and now higher high. So what do I want to do? I want the market to pull back to a low region and then look for a good opportunity to buy. So I'm going to stop here, right? If you want more of this, if you want to join our midweek review, which I do through our Telegram group, the link is in the description. And I pray and I hope you have a profitable week ahead. Congratulations on us working together to do 6 months of analysis every weekend. Till next week, I remain Bearable King, your favorite host. Goodbye.